Going into the mid lane. Oh no, it's is it gonna be a mid Isan Shin? So I'm
Draft, it's kind of hard to tell though who's gonna come out on top. It's on paper, both teams look good.
yeah. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Geek Fam ID here because Bigetron Alpha running that Popolin Koopa tank or Popolin Koopa support, something that we have seen in the past. It isn't exactly a safe bet to go for or a safe lineup to go for because of it just having the Popolin Koopa there. It isn't that short of a tank compared to other tanks that we have. It is an option, but it's a risky option is what I'm trying to say.
Very risky option, and Bigetron, typically we'd see a lot of these guys go for the early wave clear. Bigetron clears the wave immediately and really challenges the jungle here for Geek Fam just to delay Baby Ruka in his item spikes, but Renvi and Frizz will force Dreams back and away from their jungle as a little bit of normalcy comes back here in this game.
That was really interesting to see Bigetron Alpha rotate like that because they're rotating very similarly to how Execration rotated in game in the first series that we saw. So now we're just seeing a slow laning phase and everyone's just trying to feel out the map and the rotations right now. Good positioning there by Dreams to try to get an idea of how Geek Fam is rotating around the map, but little does he know that they're going for more bot side pressure here, knowing that they have to bully the Tams just a little bit to give a Xuan on that Lapu Lapu a little bit more room to excel here, because if they can give that to Lapu Lapu, slow down the rotation of the Tams, they're going to have themselves a good 4-man rotation for skirmishes in the Lunox Akai, Lapu Lapu, and that Isan Shin.
And man, Bigetron, they're rotating as a 4-man unit. Well, I consider Popo and Koopa as another fourth member here.
So a 5-man unit.
A 5-man unit. Yeah, they're rotating across the map. They really want to make sure that they get the early advantage. Zun's gonna get shushed out of that pixel brush there, and yeah, it's a little bit of a stalemate here. We're not going to be seeing any action until the turtle spawns. That's how I'm seeing this entire game.
Both safe and conservative playstyle from both of these two teams, just doing their best to protect their jungler, protect the certain choke points so that they can know ahead of time if there is going to be a rotation. As they potentially have spot out a rotation there onto Zuz, who just got caught by the Abyssal Arrow.
Ooh, snipe!
Flame shot by
Flame
Taka.
shot. Sniped. Sniped in there. Good prediction on that flame strike, actually. Flame shot, not flame strike.
Yeah, even sort of broke the client just a little bit with how good that flame shot was.
Yeah, you have to report that flame shot. It was too good. No, we're kidding. But yeah, good on them to secure the first blood of the game. Taka, I did not see if an Abyssal Arrow actually connected to actually secured that. As I say, the turtle is a crucial point here to try to get the steal as
BTR.
going to be secured by Bigetron.
Geek Fam, they couldn't position themselves a little bit ahead of time because Zunz was still trying to come back. Good read there by Taka once again. Abyssal Arrow catches out that Panda, but now that's going to be the stun and the damage. Not enough to take him down, but enough to send him back again. So that's going to be less time for Geek Fam to find the position. A good spot there by Taka and Dreams. This dynamic duo in mid is just controlling the mid lane for BTR.
Order of Brilliance committed just to escape the potential death that almost got handed onto Frizz. And yeah, this is what Geek Fam needs to watch out for. They should be very careful in their positioning because Bigetron, they know for a fact that, hey, Geek Fam, we know you like playing in bushes. We know that you guys want that to happen. Gets the blender and the 1,000-pounder and the eventual conversion onto that kill onto Popolin Koopa, but here comes the deadly daggers. Singers, I mean, the Deadly Poison Singers by Max to take down.
Zuz, it was Zuz. The Deadly Dagger Poison Stingers Extreme 4. It's Renvi and Baby Ruka now trying to get control here over the top side. And now we're seeing once again the importance of where the supports are at times, where they are in the shrubs, and how they're positioning themselves to control key choke points in the map. Geek Fam and Bigetron are doing that so well. For the first few minutes, we were seeing Bigetron do that really, really well. Now we're seeing Geek Fam do that to be able to get a small win there. But however, it was Zuz that got taken now, but they were able to secure that first opening kill for them because of that.
Yeah, and this is Bigetron slowly. This is Bigetron slowly but surely securing the Geek fam. Doesn't get as much money as they want. As long as they get the early item spike in the early game, they should be able to shut down Geek as they secure another kill there. Over to the bottom lane and equalizes the scoreboard.
Again, they needed to do that so that they can have more presence, a better presence and a better shot at taking this turtle here to take out that Tom. Now Bigetron won't be able to advance position themselves too deep to check that out. So I won't be surprised if Geek fam will be able to secure this, but there is Dark Knight Falls available if Hellcurt wants to use it just to secure this turtle, but it looks like, nah, we don't need that.
I think the Dark Knight Falls is going to be saved just for, you know, the classic way to play a Hellcurt. You're gonna have to start split pushing, and then if there's members from Geek fam that's gonna converge onto you, Dark Knight Falls to escape. But that's gonna be the first turret going down as a big fight over here in the jungle is gonna be commencing. There goes the Hurricane Dance, not really catching anybody off guard. And not a lot of bodies falling down inside of Geek fam. Abyssal Arrow connects in the back lines. Baby Ruka is still relatively safe, but this is the middle lane turret tier 1 going down, and BTR wants to fight this. Daytona's welcome. Brands gets bit into the back lines of Geek fam. Not enough damage, but enough to force Bigetron back.
They're not able to take down that mid lane tower here, but once again, we're seeing the power that Geek fam has in their front line, having that Akai and Barras on their side. Bigetron, you saw there in that team fight, they were easily just shoved back because the only thing protecting them is a boy and his wolf and the tenacity emblem. That's not a lot. This is a pick-off lineup that Bigetron has here, that in team fights such as that where Geek fam initiates, it's gonna be really hard for them up until that 1-1 has 2 or 3 items locked in. Good pick off though, but they're not gonna be diving in. So Geek fam, they just have to keep this up. They're playing this a little bit slow. I think they can play this a little bit faster. He's reading Zun so well.
Like every time Zunz decides to go to the pixel brush, he gets picked off by that Abyssal Arrow. And that flame shot.
Spotted, man. Like, that's just good scouting. Like, ahead of time, knowing the tendencies of the player.
Yeah, I gotta have to look out for Taka here, man. It's something that you have a Selena that's always actively throwing out the Abyssal Arrow to catch Zunz, or to catch anybody at all. But catching Zunz really gives Bigetron the information that they need that, hey, Zunz is here, we don't want any Hurricane Dances coming in. And that was almost a big skill for Geek fam there. Almost losing to that.
Ooh.
Earth Shocker being used to deter as the turtle gets secured just to get information. The Abyssal Arrow is going to be connecting onto Fizz. Daytona's welcome committed onto Hellcurt. And that is the kill. Now, Geek fam will be sieging up this tier 1 inhibitor turret. It's going to go down. No problem whatsoever. And it opens up the entire jungle here for Geek fam. And they will be able to secure a lot of these resources. Potentially the tier 2 turret for themselves is up for grabs here. This cannon minion is still alive and dishing out a lot of damage for themselves. A quarter of the HP left.
Well, it's really hurting them to not have a strong front line. The fact that there's 2 on the side of Geek fam who can just bully their way through to whatever stuns or damage that Bigetron throws at them. And they needed that extra frontliner there to create a little bit more space in the map to force skirmishes in other parts to give room for Franz on that 1-1. He's still behind. He's still trying to catch up here. It's a 3K gold lead here for Geek fam ID, the MDL team of Geek fam, just a few months ago, now playing at Invitational.
Yeah, and it's working wonders for them. Daytona's welcome by Ren V. Gets the 2-man stun onto Dreams as well as Repo. And this is Geek fam just surgically securing the turrets themselves. They don't want Bigetron to have any inkling of positioning as a Hurricane Dance on to Dreams. More than enough to secure this tier 2 turret in the bottom lane.
And now Geek fam broke that. Only have that 3rd tier to mess with in the bot. But now in the mid, look at that control from the Lapu Lapu and the Lunox, just waiting for that wave. That's going to be another secured 2nd tier tower broken down by Geek fam. And little by little, methodically and surgically, Geek fam are just breaking down Bigetron Alpha time and time again because of the strength of the lineups that they showed here. They can just do this. And earlier I said they were playing it a little bit slow. I guess I was wrong. They were playing it more methodical. And with that more methodical approach right now, they're actually just winning this game really, leading this game really, really well right now. And Geek Fam is showing a great, great look into what the Geek Fam team looks like now.
And man, Geek Fam, yeah, they weren't part of the
Playoffs.
playoffs, and it was Bigetron that tried to get the championships themselves. But man, if Geek Fam managed to secure the playoffs with this lineup, I'm looking forward to how they're going to be performing in the Indonesian MPL, as the Lord is going to go down and get secured themselves.
Yeah, and now Geek Fam just have to wait for the Lord out here. The push in the top seems to be going well. They got waves coming in. They just need to play it real slowly. Don't push the waves way too fast. Let the waves naturally push by themselves, as Zuns needs to go back even just for a quick reset. So they're going to be going for the next set of waves coming in. Possibly, yeah, spawning with the Lord. So now this could be a big endgame pusher, just a push to break down all the inhibitor turrets of Bigetron. So it's good that they even have the Lapu Lapu. They even sent Xuan to control the waves a bit in the mid. So it's the waves coming in from in bottom lane aren't delayed.
Yeah, lane priority is definitely on the side of Geek Fam. They recognize this, and they're sieging up all lanes here. They're forcing out the fight here at the mid lane inhibitor turret. Bottom lane is slowly going down as the top lane is being focused down by Baby Ruka. Beautiful use of the mounted shocker just to deter BTR from pushing in. But now the Lord is knocking on the doors. Koopa is going to go down. Not yet. Turtle is going to get used. They're going to use the Hurricane Dash to deter everybody. And this game number 1 is going to go potentially to Geek Fam. The defense is still up here for BTR, but they gave up. That's game number 1 going to the side of Geek Fam. We forgot about Lancelot.
We forgot about that. We completely forgot about Lancelot. Okay. He was right there.
We were overanalyzing things. Lancelot is not panned out anywhere.
Yeah, so Indonesia, I love the region. I love you guys. Got way into our heads.
We were already analyzing. Maybe they would go marksman. Yeah, Bruno might make sense. Oh, wait, Lancelot. I was about to say Carrie or Granger.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to dive straight into game number 2. Tournament life is on the line here for Bigetron Alpha. Geek Fam 1 game away, and they will be moving on forward to the bracket, potentially going up against the winner between Resurgence and Blacklist International.
Sun Shin is going to be going into the side lane in the lineup where Ling is played into the jungle. Khalid and Esmeralda are the matchup for the top lane. In the mid, held down by Frizz and Taka. It's the Lunox versus the Selena once again, but now Geek Fam. Let's see how their Akai is going to play work out this time around. I'm liking the lineup of Bigetron a bit more. Yes, you flicker that's blocked now by the bouncing ball.
Yeah, and with having a Lunox and a Lancelot, you don't even need to have Flicker available. It'll just do the Order of Brilliance or Thorn Rose, and Kufra's pretty much effectiveless. That's a word.
Effect or not effect. I can't come up with a pun right now, but Geek Fam is making moves in the bottom side of the map. And again, it's Bigetron. It's the Dreams and Taka combo trying to make it work into the mid. And one of the things that we have to watch out for is something that you did mention, is that will that Easton be able to farm up well enough against that Lapu Lapu. One-on-one, he won't have that much of a problem. He might even be able to kite the Lapu Lapu a bit if he'll be able to time his make the most out of Lapu Lapu potentially dashing way too early. So that could be a play there.
That could have been a play, yeah, but still half HP again. Beautiful revenge onto Zuns. Fortunately, not level 4, no rages available.
Yeah, it would be hard to go for to try to go for the follow-up there if you were Bigetron. A little bit too risky. Although I feel like they still should have gone for it. I feel like they could have gotten away with a kill there, but yeah, they decide to play it safe. That's fine. As Baby Ruka and Frizz are both at level 4. It's Arch Revenge!
Oh, yeah, gets the revenge onto Lancelot, and Baby Ruka's going to be paying the price. Makes it out alive, though, barely, by the skin of his teeth.
Barely. And Ripple now just, again, this is going to be the Khalid who you're looking for him to just hold down the lane. Buy time. Do not let this on easily. Give Renvi a hard time to get back and be an impact presence here for Geek Fam. If he can hold on that Esmeralda, maybe even force Esmeralda back to base from time to time, this could be Bigetron's key to victory.
Look at this, Dreams and Suns just scuffling against each other. Two walls. It's an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object, basically. As the Taka still being very effective with the Selena, with the Abyssal Arrows from Selena. And they're trying to zone out members of Geek Family from securing the Turtle. Dreams missing the Revenge, forced to use the Bouncing Ball. And that's a couple of seconds out of the CCs here for the side of Bigetron. And Geek Fam has an opening to try to secure the Lord here. And they are being started. It is being started out by Baby Ruka, but it is going to be reset. They're going to be collapsing onto Dreams. Dreams forced to use the Bouncing Ball. Repo is going to be rejoining the fight. And it's another reset here for Geek Fam. No, they're still continuing. Abyssal Arrow not finding anybody, not finding the mark. Max does have this Tempest Blaze available, and he's going to pay the price. Geek Fam secures the kill and the first blood of the game, securing the kill onto Max.
Good attempt there by Bigetron, though, to try and open up the field a little bit more so that Link can come in and get that Retribution steal. But the time that it took for Geek Fam and Bigetron to decide who's going to be winning that fight for the Turtle gave a little bit more room for this Isan Shin. Now, this is something that Geek Fam knows that they need to trade and balance, is how much time are they going to spend not pressuring this Isan Shin and away from the bottom lane. Because if they just let that Isan Shin farm freely, this could go into game number 3.
This tier 1 turret on the bottom lane is heavily contested here by Bigetron Alpha. They don't want to lose it as the ultimate from Lapu Lapu is going to get popped. Hurricane Dance secures, helps secures the kill onto Dreams there, but won't be able to convert it into a turret push just yet.
I'm not sure what Bigetron was trying to achieve there. If they were trying to get the Tyrant's Rage, maybe, onto that Lancelot, but that was just... I don't know what was going through the mind of Dreams, deciding to go in with the Tyrant's Revenge. Yes, he was able to get the knockup, but he didn't have enough follow-up at that point, and that's going to be a loss already for Bigetron. Maybe they just needed to buy time, but immediately Isan Shin loses his lane, loses his tower so that he could farm freely. Geek Fam definitely needed to do that.
But this is how Geek Fam played game number 1. They are systematic in securing their turrets. Very surgical. They don't want to just go on into big fights. As soon as they see a potential kill, they try their best to secure turrets, to secure objectives in order to open up the lane even more and give France a harder time, or Max a harder time, in securing the jungle camps themselves, minimizing the resources that they have. Dreams will be able to escape that scuffle, but... BTR, Bigetron, what is your switch up here going into the mid game?
They need to start considering maybe sacrificing the mid lane to get pickoffs with the Selena, because the fact that Selena is just spending way too much time in mid trying to stop Frizz on that Lunox from pushing is actually costing BTR a little bit more. So maybe if they want, they can sacrifice mid for potentially top, potentially for a deeper push into bottom lane. BTR needs to stop thinking defensively and to start to play a little bit more proactively here.
Yeah, as the Turtle is being proactively taken by Geek Fam, they're doing their best to zone out Bigetron Alpha, but Zuns gets caught by the Abyssal Arrow, already down to a quarter HP. He's going to have to give his life for the team as the Falling Star Moon onto 3 members stops Bigetron Alpha from securing that Turtle. The Tempest of Blades used defensively there by Max to escape, but Triple is going to go down.
Quicksand Guard is not going to be enough to keep that Khalid alive. And yeah, man, Ren V with that Falling Star Moon. I think that saved that Turtle attempt there for Geek Fam.
It caught 3 members here on the side of Bigetron Alpha. They were in position to steal out the Lord. Not the Lord, the Turtle. But because of that beautiful timing by him to just dive in with the Falling Star Moon.
Oh my goodness.
Another arrow connecting onto Taka. A Revenge is going to connect. And it's a disengage, but still, we're seeing a beautiful display of how Selena should be played. But Bigetron Alpha is not capitalizing on that.
And it's tough once again here for Bigetron. They have just been completely sent back to their side of that river. They haven't even been able to break any of the first tier towers here of Geek Fam. And it's just, yes, they have a much better lineup here, but I don't think they were able to play it well enough
Tempest of Blades just to secure the buff. I think Dreams overthought that situation. Yeah, you managed to, Max managed to steal away the purple, but he's paying his price.
That Akai pick. Again.
Teams, ban out Akai, please.
Yeah. The thing is, it's hard to ban out Akai because it's the only one of the last few viable tank options left, and we're seeing it here. The presence of the Akai is making it real hard for Max to secure any objectives here at all as that Ling.
Yeah. And we've seen Chaknu do it, we've seen Naomi do it, and we are seeing Geek Fam do it themselves. As the turtle is up, Geek Fam would be able to secure the turtle, no doubt.
And now Geek Fam, they really just need to keep this up, but not forget to pressure the top lane as Renvi is doing. This is going to open up the map for them a little bit more and force Bigetron to react from one side of the map to the other, as there is a falling star move there into the back. Turtle secured for Geek Fam. Frizz, Zuns positioning themselves a little bit forwardly as Dreams might get spotted out here. Stardust, nope, no kills there, but once again Geek Fam got the objective and they're getting the pressure on to BTR.
More and more objectives and more closer is Geek Fam from securing game number 2 and the series in a 2-0 fashion. BTR still has it in them. They still have a lot of win conditions that they can capitalize on. Just like this Revenge and Rage, catching Zuns, that's really one of them, but he had the Hurricane that's available to disrupt any form of collapse onto him.
I feel like, did Geek Fam just completely scout out Bigetron? Because the way the Lunox and the Lapu Lapu were positioning themselves around that orange buff area of Bigetron, it's like they knew that Akufra would potentially go for the shrub check, and then so they put Zuns there that even if Zuns got caught, they'll be able to pick them off, and then if BTR decides to full commit, Geek could have been able to punish them because the Lapu Lapu and the Lunox were such in good placements here. I feel like, again, this is just Geek Fam having BTR red.
Red like an open book. Bigetron.
What? Man.
Bigetron's gonna slowly...
See, look at that!
Another arrow. Zuns doesn't care. Just stands there, takes it like a man. As and the bottom half of your screen, Ren V was in a scuffle against Dreams there, but really not capitalizing on anything. And Bigetron unable to go out at all, except for Max, who has the mobility of a flying ninja, hopping wall over wall with a pinch poise.
I don't think he's like a ninja though. Like, isn't Link supposed to be like a
fencer, a nimble fencer? Yeah, he is.
A fencer that knows parkour.
Lord,
Le parkour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Deadly combination though. Like if you mess up with your parkour, you might stab yourself, as Taka forced to get out of there because he kept on getting stabbed by the tails that Ren V has on that Esmeralda.
Okay, as much as we did, I made a lot of noise about how Geek Fam has read the rotations of Bigetron. I feel like Taka has completely read Zuns. Or just completely read the entire... Dude, Zuns wasn't even there, but it's like, I feel like he's going to go here in exactly 2 seconds. Throws out the arrow.
1.
BTR program to win.
The BTR program. Oh, on Geek Fam.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That's sticker insult.
Yeah. Look at the arrows. Yeah, I'll say here, guys. I know Zuns is here.
I love it that Zuns is just spamming that right now. And what I like what Taka's doing is that this is just a support that knows the movements of other supports.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is just like this really is just goes to show how good a player at the support role Taka is. The fact that you can read the other tanks so well that you have an idea of where they are going to be placed most of the time. So good on that on Taka. Hopefully the rest of BTR can keep up there, as it's only 8K. That's where Essential is just about to hit. He only has a Demon Hunter Sword and the Blade of Despair. Doesn't have Endless Battles just yet, but I feel like once he has that though, they can start looking for more team fights here. The Khalid has good enough items as well, so that might be something for BTR can do once that
hold up though.
Secured.
Max is near. Retribution is available. Lord is still relatively healthy here, waiting for the proper opportunity of Dreams, trying to single out every single member. Beautiful Rage, catching 3 members off guard. Tempest of Blades, not enough damage though. Lancelot with the Thorned Rose enough to secure the kill, as well as the Lapu Lapu ultimate. And this is the members of BTR getting traded out. It's a 1 for 3, 1 for 5. That's basically the game.
That is game. Just push out that mid-minion wave. And as quick as it started, Geek fam, you can already see the members of Bigetron Alpha with their heads down as Geek fam Indonesia, the MDL team that could. Oh my goodness! Geek fam, disappointing BTR, surprising Indonesia as their MDL team. Didn't even play a game of MPL. In the MPLI, debuting, saying we're here to play. That's game, fam.
That is game indeed. The first clean game that we've ever had. Well, just one member died on the side of Geek fam, but who cares? It's a 2-0 victory from them in the MPL Invitational. That's a statement on its own. Bigetron Alpha made it in the playoffs in their respective MPL. But Geek fam not in the playoffs. New roster, new look, same family, same geeks. Won the game.
Wow. I'm stunned. Can't see my